Hey, I'm Elizabeth Finley. I've been songwriting since about 5th grade. I don't really know what got me into songwriting. I do know that when I was younger, me and my sisters would make up CD covers and titles of songs that had yet to be written. Ever since I knew I could songwrite, I've been writing ever since. I started out with a solo piano piece for a talent show, and then I went to a pop song when I was on a plane. I don't know, I remember something like, I believe I can fly, wondering if I'll come down, wondering if I'll ever come down. When I start to write a song, though, there's 3 things I think about: what the song is going to be about, who I'm trying to reach out to, and the message I'm trying to send. It's really good, especially if you're just starting out, to keep writing and not edit as you go. It's like with anything, a paper or short story, let the ideas flow, and then you go back and edit and rewrite and rewrite and rewrite. And there's definitely certain formulas to stick to, and I tend to stick to the typical verse, chorus, bridge, chorus formula. But I do have songs that are just like a verse, chorus, and a bridge, and then that's it. And I have songs without the bridge, I have songs with pre-choruses. So I try and challenge myself and write in different ways, so it's not the same structure all the time. A lot of times when I write a song, I'll start with finding a title. A good title is really hard to come up with, and in some of my classes, they say that's what publishers look for, though. If they have a bunch of songs that say, I always love you, and then they have one song that says, I hate you, they're going to go for the song that says, I hate you, because it's different. Because there's a lot of songs that talk about love, and not as many that talk about hating. Songwriting is so unique because it's a quick and entertaining way to share an experience with someone. And it's kind of a way to let everybody know and yourself know that you're not alone in feeling these feelings. You're not alone in experiencing these things. Now, most people say you should just stick to the story and tell a story. Sometimes I like to write a song about a feeling, and that's a little bit harder to grasp onto, but I think it's something that's a little bit stronger that people can relate to. I mean, in a story you can imagine it, but a feeling you can feel it. And sometimes I'll also write a song where I'm trying to send a message to someone in particular. Songwriting is pretty challenging, though, in the sense that you are putting yourself out there for everybody to listen to, and not everyone's going to like what you say. Songwriting is, I guess, a more direct way of letting people in than some other stuff, and you're letting them in only if they're willing to listen.
Dockins got me into songwriting. He had a show. We had a show October 15th that we played, and he said, I've been playing the open mic circuit for maybe a year and a half, and he said, okay, so if you can write 3 songs, you can play the show with us. So I was like, all right, gotta start writing songs. I mean, I'd written songs before, but nothing that I had ever felt like sharing, and these are ones that were okay, they were decent. If the melody gets stuck in my head and I keep hearing it in my own head and singing it in my own head, then that's how I know it's a keeper.
What do you think is the hardest thing about putting a feeling or an emotion or a story in a song?
Putting yourself out there, for sure. Putting your own thoughts and your own emotions out there. You write your songs about life, or most people do anyway, and putting yourself out there is probably the hardest part.
Started because I thought it would impress girls. And then it figured out that you kind of suck right away, so you play for yourself for a long time. It progressed because I started playing on the street. I started being a street musician because I could make money. And then you get kind of bored playing the same covers on shuffle, so you start making up songs on the spot for whatever's going on. It can come from a lot of places. So you can pick a person in the crowd and make up a story about what you think their story is. Or sometimes it just comes out of you. You just start singing, and something just wells right out of you and you can't help it. I think that's the best part. That's what it's all about. If you can get people feeling what you're feeling, or feeling any sort of feeling, that's what people hold on to.
I don't know. I mean, as a general rule, I only write inspired. So when it's whether experience, it's some experience that you feel like telling or writing about, it just comes out. So it's just it's not. I mean, you're really just being honest with whatever experience that you've had. You're just writing what you know. So it's not so much that I'm not trying to do anything except share what I have. It depends if what you're trying to do is formulistic. Like if you're trying to say this song has to have a certain set of numbers for intro, verse, chorus, outro, bridge, whatever it is, you know. Then if you're trying to fit into that formula, then it would be really rough. But if you just allow yourself to write and whatever comes out, comes out. Like I'm not gonna force lyrics because I need to fit like a formula. Like I have a song where it's just one long verse, and I just tell my story, and then when I'm done saying what I have to say, it's over.